Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on Bestcraft. Another very beautiful Thursday morning, and once again we are back with our predictions. Okay, all right. That's what we do on Bestcraft. Always looking at matches that are happening across the globe. Taking a deeper look and making a verdict on these matches before bringing it forward for you. Okay, that's what we do here. Yesterday we had three games, six games predicted, and it was three that actually come out correctly. The other three didn't live up to expectation. Cup games can sometimes be quite very disappointing. You can imagine Nice losing out to very third division side yesterday. So a whole lot of disappointment, but we are willing to put that behind us and look forward to doing very well today. And today we have some games lined up already, and in a short while we'll be looking at the matches one after the other. But I want to ask you first, so coming across a video for the first time that are yet to subscribe, to take our time to hit the button right now so that you don't miss out on our games that will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis. Okay, without further ado, let's get to the business of today. Today we start with the English, a Carabao Cup game. We'll have Liverpool will be facing Tottenham Hotspur, and you're looking at Liverpool. Liverpool have had four victories in the last six matches, and they've also had one draw as well as one loss. And away side, Tottenham Hotspur had just three victories and three losses in the last recent six matches. And looking at how these two teams fared on home and away basis, you see that for Liverpool, they've actually won 8 matches in the last 10 home appearances. They've also had two draws as well. And Tottenham, on the other hand, their away side have actually managed five victories in the last 10 away matches. They've also had one draw, but have lost four matches in the last 10 away games that they have so far. Okay, on head-to-head basis, we saw Tottenham actually beating Liverpool the last time they met in the League Cup by 1-0. All right, prior to that, we saw Liverpool beating this very side, comprehensively on four straight occasions, and in this very encounter, we will expect actually five straight times, before losing out the last one. But in this one, we actually expect lots of goals in this very encounter, even though Liverpool is likely to take the day, but we do expect to see a minimum of 3 goals in this one. So an over 2.5, that's what we expect for that very encounter. All right, the next game is in Spanish Copa del Rey, where we have Valencia facing Barcelona. Okay, and Valencia have seen 4 victories and one draw, as well as one loss in the last 6 matches. And Barcelona, on the other hand, have won 4 games out of the last 6 games, but they've also had 2 draws. And we look at how they fared on home and away basis to see that playing from home, Valencia have actually won 4 matches in the last 10 home appearances. They've also had 3 draws as well as 3 losses. And Barcelona, on the other hand, their away side have actually been able to achieve 6 victories in the last 10 away matches. They've also had 3 draws as well as one loss in the last 10 away games that they have so far. On head-to-head basis, we know that Barcelona have actually dominated Valencia in the recent games. In the last 3 head-to-head meetings, I've seen Barcelona winning all 3, and in this very one, we will still expect to see a win for Barcelona side. Is our way side to win out shortly. That's what we expect for the very encounter. And that takes us to the next game. Is this in Italia Serie A? We will have Fiorentina who will be facing Inter Milan. This is Serie A, not a cup match. And if you look at recent games for both sides, you can see that for Fiorentina, the home side, they've had 2 victories and 2 draws in the last 6 matches. They've also lost 2 as well. And the away side, on the other hand, Inter Milan managed to achieve 4 victories in the last 10. In the last 6 matches, they've also had 2 draws as well. And looking at how these two teams are fared on home and away basis, we see that for the home side, Fiorentina, they've been able to achieve 6 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses. And the last home game they had was against Genoa. We saw them beating Genoa by 2-1 on that occasion. And away side, Inter Milan have done very well, winning 8 games in the last 10 away matches that they have so far. And they've also been able to, they also had 1 draw, which was the last away match that they had. And also they've lost 1 match in the last 10 away games. And all right, on head-to-head basis, we see that Inter have actually won, on the last 3 meetings. I've seen Inter Milan winning all 3 meetings against this very side. The last meeting was actually last year, January. We saw Inter from away beating this side by 1-0 on that occasion. But prior to that, we saw Inter Milan also beating Fiorentina at home by 4-0. And in this one, it's a tough one, but we'll still give it to Inter Milan, the side, the title contenders and the Italian champions at the moment, to rise to the occasion and take these points for this very encounter. It is their way side to win. That's what we expect for that very game. And the next game that we have for you is in Turkish Cup, where we have Göztepe coming up against Gaziantep. Okay, and Göztepe have had 3 victories and 3 draws and 3 losses actually in the last 6 matches. And the away side, Göztepe Gaziantep, to say, actually had 2 victories, 2 draws, and 2 losses in the last 6 matches that they have so far. All right, looking at how these 2 teams fared on home and away basis, Göztepe, home side, have actually won 9 games in the last 10 home appearances, and they've had 1 loss, which was the last home match. We saw them losing out to Alliance Ball, at home last week. And Gaziantep, on the other hand, the West side have had just 1 victory and 2 draws, but have also lost 7 matches in the last 10 away games. All right, they've been losing a lot of games. And on head-to-head basis, we see that Gaziantep actually won the last head-to-head meeting, which happened in November of last year. We saw Gaziantep beating this very good Steve side from home by 2-1 on that occasion. And in this very one, we'll go for goals, and we do expect a lot of goals in this game. And it is a minimum of 2.5. Also noting the fact that for their away side, 9 games out of the last 10 that they played out so far from away saw them, expressing a high scoring encounter over 2.5 at minimum in 9 games out of 10. Okay, and we do expect to see a minimum of 3 goals appearing in this very one. So over 2.5. That's what we expect. And that takes us to the next step for today. It is in Egypt Premier League, where we have Ahly who will be facing Petrojet. And Ahly, the home side, have had 3 victories and 2 draws, and also 1 loss in the last 6 matches. And the away side, Petrojet, have had 2 victories, 4 draws in the last 6 recent games that they have so far. And looking at how these 2 teams have performed on home and away basis, we can see that Ahly, the home side, have actually been able to achieve 6 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 3 draws and 1 loss. And away side, Petrojet have won 4 games in the last 10 away matches. They've also had 4 draws and 2 losses in the last 10 away games that they had so far. And on head-to-head basis, we see that Ahly have been, the better side between these 2 sides, having dominated the Petrojet severally, in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Ahly have actually won 8 times, all right, and have actually won 9 times, and the other one being a draw against this very side. There's never been a time that Petrojet actually, saw victory against Ahly in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. So it is the home side that we expect to dominate once again, and it is going to win out shortly. That's what we expect for that very encounter. And the next game that we have is in Portuguese Cup, where we have Rio Ave coming up against Sao Joao Ver. Okay, and the home side Rio Ave, as we know, very good side, having won 3 games in the last 6 matches. They've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss, and the away side have won 5 games and 1 draw in the last 6 games. All right, looking at how these 2 teams have performed on home and away basis, playing from home, Rio Ave have won 4 matches. They've also had 5 draws and 1 loss in the last 10 home encounters. And the away side, Sao Joao have had 4 victories, 2 draws, but have lost 4 matches in the last 10 away games. Okay, and there's no head-to-head record between these sides, but we know that Rio Ave is actually top flight, a team with much more quality compared to the away side, who is actually in the 3rd division of Portuguese league. So we do expect to see Rio Ave, taking charge in this very one and winning out throughout this very encounter. Home win, that's our verdict. And that breaks our predictions for you today on BetCraft. So conclusion, I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope that you get goal scoring. Also remember to play responsibly. These are football matches. It may not be as well, they are cup matches, and sometimes these teams may field a very weak team, and at the end of the day, not giving the results that we expected. But tread carefully and safe. All right, tomorrow is another day, and we're coming up with our predictions right on this very channel. Do not miss out. But until that time, keep winning.